what's up, kids? Micah and Amber here with CrossFit 1055, and today we have with us Colby DeWeese with ChemePerformance.
Here.
And you're not suggesting that anybody needs to be the weirdo at Thanksgiving that brought their food scale and is carving out their 3 ounces of turkey and telling everybody else to leave them alone, kind of deal, right? I mean, we recognize we're people, right? So. Like you said, I'm going to eat Thanksgiving dinner, but it's going to stop there because tomorrow I'm right back at it.
Right.
Not to mention you're going to feel like crap after overeating.
And I think definitely we started it before the holiday season. I think having those habits in place, like you said, it's so much easier to go, okay, I'm going to eat bad on Thanksgiving with my family, but then tomorrow I'm going to get up and go for a light jog and I'm going to get right back into my nutrition plan versus, oh, I ate bad. I haven't been eating well all month. And so Thanksgiving is going to roll into a week of just completely overindulging. And it's way harder to get back into that routine. And then I think we see people fall into that New Year's resolution stage, right? Where it's January 1st, I'm going to make all these major changes all at once right now. Instead of, like you said, having that healthy setup to begin with. And then you're not clawing your way through the holidays.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just kind of some of the knowledge that we're going to get through setting our meal plans before can minimize a lot of what we see during the holidays.
Right.
So if you know that, okay, usually I'm eating 3 ounces of chicken, I know exactly what that looks like. I'm just going to grab a similar sized portion at Thanksgiving. I think some of that is going to help a lot too.
I'm going to have pie, which I normally wouldn't, but whatever. I'm going to eat my turkey first so that I get full there.
Yeah.
My birthday was Thursday and I've been doing okay with my nutrition. But so Thursday I didn't track. I ate whatever I wanted. I have no regrets. But by the end of the day, I was over it. I mean, I was tired. I didn't feel good. You get tired of eating that even for the day. So the next day, I mean, it was like being food drunk, right? Having that food hangover.
Right.
But I was definitely even more encouraged to get back into my normal routine because it didn't feel awesome by the end of the day. Like it was great going down, but then once you get it in, you're like, oh gosh. So I think that's important. I think for us, that's why we chose the dates that we did, because hopefully you're not clawing your way through the holiday and you can make some better choices and set yourself up. And then I also think Mike has had a good point in the past about most of those holiday get-togethers are like buffet style. So it's really easy to pick proteins and some better carbs and, kind of load up on that stuff. You can kind of build your plate instead of you're at the drive-through with a limited menu kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like you're probably going to eat the French fries kind of a deal. You can make some smarter choices on your plate and then have that piece of pie at the end.
Right.
Whatever.
All right, so you just mentioned something that made me think about, right? So we're talking about eating healthy and making wise choices. But one of the things that we hear, not necessarily from our gym, but out in just the general public is, man, I really want to eat healthy, but it's just too expensive. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts there? I mean, how do I eat expensive on a budget, or is it really too expensive?
So I guess I'm going to answer this question. I eat 3,600 calories a day, and I shop at Whole Foods.
Nice.
And breaking that cost down, it ends up being about $13 a day for that food. So when
$13 for 3,600 calories.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's quite a bit of food. That's quite a bit of protein. So a lot of people kind of fall into this trap where they go to the grocery store and they're buying food for a week, and all of a sudden they freak out that, okay, it's $13 times 7 or however long you're shopping for, right? And they're like, oh, this is too expensive. But if you look at it, that $13 is your lunch one day a week. Right?
Yeah.
And
You're eating
good
out.
Good luck going to Wendy's and staying below $10 for one meal.
Right. No, exactly. And so it hurts more when you go and you pay $90 for a week's worth of groceries, but it's going to be less than if you were even just eating out one time a day.
Right, and that $13, so one of the ways to make that stretch a little bit longer is you want to food prep a little bit, right? And so these are in through the nutrition challenge. We're going to be giving some ideas and some tips and tricks on how to do that and how to stretch that dollar. But food prepping kind of works, right? I mean, it's if I divide it all out and put it in there, then I'm going to eat it rather than saying, well, I don't know what to make. I don't want to get, so I'm going to go to Mickey D's.
Right. And that's one of the things that I like the most about meal prepping is I know exactly how much I'm going to eat. I buy that for my period of time that I'm prepping for. I don't throw anything away.
Yeah.
There you go. Less waste.
I don't waste anything. There's no, I was going to have a healthy dinner this week. I got 2 pounds of chicken for however much I want to do. But I'm not feeling like cooking tonight, so I'm just going to go, and then I'm going to end up throwing the chicken away too. And then you're double charging for the meal.
I don't know anybody that goes out to eat. We're a family of 4. If we walk away from the table with a $50 ticket, I consider that good. Usually it's more. Yeah. And we never eat everything that's on our plate, ever. Like, there's always leftovers. There's always food that gets wasted that we paid for. Sometimes we'll do the to-go box and bring it home, but even then, most of it gets thrown out. So that's something that I like about meal prepping. You're eating all of it, or you should be.
Right. So you're saying no styrofoam take-home containers and no plastic straws. Right. So now this is good for the environment.
Right. We're saving turtles.
Basically saving the world by meal prepping.
Just by meal prepping.
We're getting healthy. We're saving the environment.
Right. Yeah, and the other thing I like about food prepping for me is that's one less decision I have to make during the day. They're there. It's in the fridge, or it's in my lunchbox, or it's on my desk, whatever it is. So, somebody walks by my office, which, that's a hard deal. Everybody wants to go out to eat for lunch.
Right.
And then I have to find something on the menu that fits my meal plan, and I have to think about this. But if I have my lunch prepped and ready to go, and they say, hey, we're going to go get Coney's for lunch, then the answer is, I'll pass. I've got my lunch. I don't have to think about, can I go to Coney Island and eat something on plan, and the answer generally is it's going to be tough, but you can do it. But that's another decision, and now it's another opportunity for them to go, you're that nutrition weirdo. But if I've already got my lunch, I'll pass.
And I think that's another great point through the holidays. If you're going to a party where there's going to be food and some maybe not best choices, eat something before you leave the house. Small. It doesn't have to be a whole meal, but eat something small so that you have something in the tank and you're a little bit less likely to overindulge. I don't know what your thoughts are there, but I say, if you want a piece of pie, have a piece of pie, but it's gonna make you have half a piece because you've already eaten a little bit at home before you're out the door and you don't show up starving.
Right.